Have you ever felt stuck in your life? Like you're just going through the motions, but deep down, you know you were meant for more. The truth is, it's never too late to reinvent yourself. Whether you're 25 or 65, your story isn't finished yet. You're not stuck. You're just one decision away from a completely different life. In this video, we'll walk through the powerful steps that will help you break free from old patterns, rediscover your potential, and build a future you actually want. Let's dive in. Your reinvention starts right now. Let go of the old identity. Before you can become someone new, you have to be willing to let go of who you used to be. That's not easy. We tend to hold on to our identity, even when it no longer serves us. Maybe you've always seen yourself as the quiet one, the person who never finishes things, or someone who just isn't that type. Not fit, not smart, not lucky. But those beliefs? They're just stories you've told yourself, often based on past failures or other people's opinions. Reinvention starts when you stop letting your past define your future. Ask yourself, who are you holding on to, and why? What would happen if you gave yourself full permission to become someone new? Reinvention isn't pretending. It's shedding the layers that were never truly you in the first place. It might feel scary to step into the unknown, but growth always lives just outside your comfort zone. The old version of you got you this far, but the next version, it's time to build them, intentionally. Redefine what success means to you. One of the biggest reasons people feel lost is because they're chasing a version of success that was never truly theirs. Maybe it was handed down by your parents, shaped by your culture, or influenced by social media. Money, status, the perfect job, the dream body. We're constantly told what we should want. But reinvention starts when you stop asking, what does everyone else expect of me? And start asking, what genuinely matters to me? Success doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be glamorous. Maybe success for you means waking up without anxiety. Maybe it's being present with your family, doing creative work, or having the freedom to control your own time. You get to decide. And the beautiful thing is, when you redefine success on your own terms, the pressure starts to fade. You stop performing for others and start building a life that actually feels like yours. So pause, reflect, write it down if you have to. What does a truly successful life look like for you? Once that picture is clear, everything else becomes easier to build. Learn new skills relentlessly. Reinvention doesn't happen in your head. It happens through action. And nothing transforms you faster than learning. Not just casually, but relentlessly. Every skill you build becomes a tool that rewires your identity. Want to become more confident? Learn public speaking. Want to change careers? Study a new field. Want more control over your life? Learn how to manage your time, your money, your mind. The best part? We live in a time where anything can be learned online, often for free. There's no gatekeeper anymore. Your phone can be a distraction, or it can be your university. It's a choice you make every single day. But don't just learn randomly. Be strategic. Ask yourself, what skills would future you already have mastered? Then start building them, one by one. Even 10 minutes a day adds up. The compounding effect is real. Every time you learn something new, you prove to yourself that change is possible. And with each small win, you move closer to becoming the version of you that once felt out of reach. Build new environments. You can't reinvent yourself in the same environment that shaped the old you. Your surroundings, physical, digital, and social, constantly influence your behavior, thoughts, and energy. If your environment is full of distractions, negativity, or people who doubt you, it will pull you back every time you try to grow. So change it. Start with your space. Create a corner that inspires you. Clean, organized, intentional. Then look at your digital world. Unfollow accounts that drain you. Subscribe to voices that lift you. And most importantly, examine your circle. Are the people around you helping you evolve, or are they keeping you small? You don't have to cut everyone off, but you do need to protect your energy. Seek out new communities, online or in person, that reflect the version of yourself you're trying to become. Reinvention becomes easier when you stop swimming against the current and start building a river that carries you forward. Your environment isn't just background, it's a system, and it can either hold you back or launch you forward. Accept being a beginner again. One of the hardest parts of reinventing yourself is accepting that you'll be bad at things. At first. As adults, we get used to competence. We avoid embarrassment. We protect our ego. But growth demands humility. It requires you to step into rooms where you don't feel smart, skilled, or confident, yet. Being a beginner is uncomfortable. You'll mess up. You'll compare yourself to people ahead of you. You'll question whether it's even worth it. But here's the truth. No one becomes great without first being awkward, slow, and unsure. Every expert you admire started right where you are. Unsure and imperfect, but willing to try anyway. The faster you embrace the beginner mindset, the faster you grow. You become more open, more curious, and more willing to take risks. Reinvention isn't about proving you're already someone new. It's about allowing yourself to become them. So, take the class, join the group, post the project. You might feel like a nobody at first, but that's the first step toward becoming someone unforgettable. Create a vision that pulls you forward. You can't reinvent yourself without a clear vision of who you're becoming. Most people try to change by focusing on what they want to escape, the job they hate, the bad habits, the pain. But real transformation happens when you're pulled forward by something more powerful, a future that excites you. So ask yourself, what does your ideal life look like 1 year from now? 5 years? How do you feel when you wake up? What kind of work do you do? Who surrounds you? Get specific. The clearer the vision, the stronger the pull. This isn't about fantasy. It's about direction. When you know where you're going, your actions gain purpose. You say no to distractions. You endure discomfort. You stay consistent because you're chasing something that matters. Write it down. Visualize it often. Let it guide your decisions. The most successful people aren't just disciplined. They're deeply connected to a future they haven't reached yet. And every step they take is a vote for that future. Stay consistent when no one claps. In the beginning, no one notices your effort. There's no applause, no recognition, and definitely no guarantees. You'll be putting in hours, making sacrifices, and pushing through doubts. And it might feel like no one cares. That's the moment most people quit. But if you want to reinvent yourself, you have to learn how to keep going even when the world is silent. Progress often happens in private. Growth is invisible until it isn't. The habits you build, the books you read, the skills you develop, they're like planting seeds. You won't see results overnight, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. It means you're building something real. Clarity, confidence, results, all of it comes from doing, not waiting. So don't stop just because no one's watching. The future version of you is counting on your consistency now. Be your own audience. Celebrate the small wins. Show up even on the boring days. Because one day, the world will notice, and they'll call it sudden success. But you'll know better. Reinvention isn't a one-time decision. It's a daily choice. A choice to let go of who you were and step boldly into who you're becoming. No matter your age, your past, or how many times you've failed, you can start again. The only thing you need is the courage to move forward without waiting for permission. So ask yourself, who do you want to become? Then start becoming them, today, quietly, consistently, unapologetically. If this video inspired you, help someone else by sharing it. And if you're ready to grow, like, subscribe, and let's keep going.